I got my dog, Dez Bryant, X Factor, split in, 88. You see the shades, you see the chains on them. How you doing, man?
And I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. What about you, B?
I'm straight. But you know what? How are the Cowboys doing, dog?
Oh, my God.
What's going on, man? Like, what's going on with the squad? Hey, do you feel the same way I feel? Like, I'm excited in the beginning of the season. Obviously, we know some of the guys that are still there.
Yeah.
And obviously, you want them to do well.
Right.
And then you might see some of the BS that goes on during
Yeah.
the season, stuff that we dealt with too.
Facts.
But when you're removed, I feel like
Yeah.
you think differently. Like it should change. Like you
Yeah.
feel more optimistic. We're not there in the room anymore.
Right.
We don't have those conversations.
But
We're
we
not in
still
the
got a
meetings.
great idea of what's
Right.
going on.
So what the hell's going on with
Man,
the
I'll tell you
Cowboys,
this.
man?
Before the season started, all the way back in in March,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Jerry, Steven, and them guys, they weren't making any moves.
Yeah.
You know, that right there told me we had no shot at – we didn't want to win.
Yeah.
You know, and I felt bad for Dak, you know, just because he's the quarterback and you got to have support to have success.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like he haven't been getting that support. And, you know I feel to be a scapegoat, so I can – you know, I can feel that in a sense.
Right.
Not trying to put that in the air, but it's hard not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially with the moves they didn't make,
Yeah.
you know, for the team to be successful.
Dog, I feel like Jerry never really wants to make moves in the offseason when everybody expects them to make moves. Obviously, you were there for a long time.
Yep.
You were one of the guys that was in those meetings when they would probably call you in, talking to you and inquiring about those guys. Why do you think Jerry doesn't make the moves when he should make moves?
I'm going to be honest with you. I can't put my hand on it, but like I was just telling somebody else who just interviewed me, I forgot their name. It's just I'm an energy person.
Right.
And I'm be honest with you, I just feel like they rebuilding.
Yeah.
But
they're not trying to say it.
They're not saying it, but I feel that way. I think they're rebuilding. You know, if you pay attention the way I'm pretty sure you pay attention the way I pay attention.
Yeah.
Throughout Dak's entire career, it's always been guys that's been with him.
Yeah.
Shoddy, I can't pronounce the coach name.
Schottenheimer.
Him, so I'm going to call him Shoddy.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog, Tuck. I'm going to call him Shoddy. That's the last Mohegan. You know, I'm being honest, right?
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
I don't know why they got him. In my opinion, if I can speak mine, I feel like if they didn't have nobody else that was going to be better, they should have just kept McCarthy.
They should have kept Dan Quinn. That's who they should have kept. You know, if we being honest.
But we
I
know Dallas well, so we know
Yeah.
what they're going on. So I feel like Dan Quinn wasn't going to do everything that they wanted him to do to be the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. So they let him go and walk and go to where he went, and now he's at Washington doing his thing, obviously.
But the crazy part about that, Dan Quinn was the major part of Dallas' success.
100%. That defense was cold.
Cold.
And ever since he's left, I mean, Micah hasn't looked as good as he was early. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if Tank played last year.
I don't even remember seeing my dog.
So I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's talk about you, though.
Just talk.
When you look at, your career, is there any moments that you wake up in the middle of the night with sweats like, damn, I wish I could have had that play back and we could have been here? Because, you made a lot of plays.
Yeah.
You caught 80-something touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You and Tony had a crazy connection. That fade connection was crazy.
Yeah.
But when you think about your time in Dallas, is it more positive than negative, or is it negative and positive?
You know, as I got older, I started to realize it was more positive than negative.
Yeah.
You know, throughout my career when I was playing, it was all ball.
Yeah.
But then by midpoint through my career, that's when I started thinking about, I won't even say mid-part, but, I've always been about player development.
Yeah.
Like understanding the game, understanding the business side of things,
Yeah.
That's where a lot of my mind went. Once I realized, playing in the National Football League, I love the National Football League, by the way, but just certain organizations, when political players part, when I knew I couldn't be my best,
Yeah.
I had to transition. So I had to learn from the best of the best, Mr. Jerry Jones.
Yep.
Like on how to run a business. So
Yep.
I learned a lot from him. I try to take that, implement that into what I do right now today in my businesses.
Yep.
And also try to get the same game to these athletes.
Right.
And it's been going good for me.
You talk about business mindset. You talk about player development. Obviously, we had
Yeah.
conversation in the locker room about what you wanted to do after you were done,
Yep.
and you have been doing that. So speak a little bit more specifically about what you've been doing since you've been done.
Well, just basically just preaching the word of IP. Athletes owning your IP, intellectual property. I'm understanding who you are, your brand, your business. Whether you want to believe that or not, they treating you like that. So why not view yourself like that?
Right.
So it can't be just football when you get to this professional level.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money that's getting made off your name. You got jerseys going everywhere.
Right.
Build you some T-shirts. You got a fan base back in your hometown, college, now in the pros. No matter how big or small you are, you still got a foundation. And there's ways that you can play off that if you can, get the right team around you that can help you, maneuver throughout your career.
So you're talking about, obviously you're a business. Do you think the NIL is kind of preparing these young cats to kind of come in the NFL with that mindset?
Well, it's still the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the kids, they come from poverty.
Yeah.
They ain't, they see $500, $1,000. That's a lot of money to them.
Yep.
The people that they dealing with, that's not a lot of money to them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of learning curves, and the right people got to be around to get them to understand what this means and what this means and what this means.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Guy like yourself, guy like myself.
Yep.
Who know the athlete better than the athlete.
100%.
Who've been in these situations. We've been
A lot.
in these
We were
situations.
there. We were there. 100%.
So I guess what I'm saying is going to have to start coming from guys like yourself and myself to start preaching a little bit more on how these guys can maneuver in this NIL space.
I think the biggest thing that we have to do to let them know is like, hey, it's okay to talk about the end.
Yep.
I think a lot of people in general.
Thank
You. Like, one thing is for certain: we're gonna all die.
Yes.
Right? But nobody talks about that.
Yes.
It's one of those like sad things that they want to talk about. And the same thing with football. I remember my dad played 12 years.
Yep.
So I remember when I was a rookie, I was a second-year guy. I had a good head on my shoulders.
Yep.
But when dudes were coming in talking about, how to invest your money when you're done, I wasn't listening to it because I was like, man, I'm finna be here.
Facts.
I'm playing until I'm 35.
Facts.
And I'm not. And I ended up not being there. So I would say, what we have to convey to them is like, yo, it's okay to have these conversations.
Yes, it is.
You're making money. I think the biggest regret that I have is like when I was making that $50K a week, $60K a week, I wasn't moving my money with the wherewithal to know, okay, hey, I can buy a property here. Like I can buy a property in Dallas.
I'm still learning.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can never stop learning.
Yep.
But I would say like, what you're talking about is that's the biggest thing that we have to let these kids know. Like, yo, there's going to be an end, and why not be prepared for it to end while you're playing, while you have the money to make it happen.
Facts. And
people still love you.
And I want to get in depth on that end. I want to share this story. I never shared this.
Okay, talk to me. Give me a story. Dez B story.
And it's something, that I told my son. Like, I had this question asked me numerous of times how I felt after I got cut. And most people thought that I was, like, bitter or whatever the case might be. But how I really felt, I was really stunned because I wasn't in control of that decision.
Yeah.
When I got cut, I was like, I wasn't in control of that decision.
Yeah.
I had the money. I didn't care about the money.
Right.
I was like, this just got took right off and underneath me, and I don't like that feeling.
Nope.
So I need to make sure, and I need to set myself up to where I can never feel this way. And that's what really got me going some more on pushing that message to the athletes, like you said, like it will be an end. And that was the day I learned that valuable lesson.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Brice.
Yeah, it hurt. I've been hurt.
It wasn't that I wasn't playing for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
It was just I wasn't in control of that decision.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I got snipped.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? What the hell just happened?
And you're like, hold on. This ain't ever happened to me before.
Facts.
It's crazy.
Not even a thought.
Not even a thought. Nobody thinks that way.
Seriously.
All right, Dez, man, talk to me about Fanatics, man. Talk to me about the sponsor you with, baby.
Oh, man. Fanatics is the best book. We're going to start out with that. They do it right, man. We just did a 100K fan cash drop to where we gave $1,000 to a lot of these fans, to place these bets and, have a lot of fun. I don't think it's no sports. Well, you got sports books that's doing it now, but they only did it because they saw Fanatics doing it.
You
get what
I'm
saying?
What y'all talking about? They copycat.
Yeah, so, Yeah, man. Here is just Fanatic Sportsbook Takeover. You know, if you see me around, I might toss you some fan cash. Go put some money on the bet or something. You know, that's how Fanatics do it, man.
All right, Dez Bryant, I love this guy. He was my teammate for a long time. Had a lot of talks, had a lot of arguments, had a lot of pushing matches. But this is my brother all day. Much love, baby. Hey, we smoking on that Eagles pack.
Smoking on that Eagles pack, baby.
You already know, Dez B. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you.
Man.